Hey guys, it's me back again with a new what if, and this what if is going to be what if Naruto had the rinnegan. Sorry for the quality or anything like that, because there is going to be some background noise because of my brother and everybody else here in the story. I don't know why I pronounce store as story, but yeah. Let's just get to this what if. Also forgot to mention, this is going to be the 700 subscriber special. So this video will be at least about 20 minutes long, maybe a little bit shorter. Anyways, let's now actually get to the what if. Anyways, how this what if is going to work is by this. Minato is going to be the distant relative of a Uchiha, and Kushina is going to be the distant relative of a Senju. The distant Uchiha relative and the distant Senju relative are not going to be anybody like phenomenal, so they're not going to be like, oh, like top, like they were top in the war or anything. They're just going to be regular Uchiha and Senju, like civilians. Anyways, let's start our story. You would see Naruto having these purple ringed eyes. Minato would see this and Kushina would see this, but then it would only last for a couple of seconds, at least about 10. The eyes would have deactivated, Naruto being able to control them. For plot convenience, so Danzo just doesn't come up to Naruto and just rips his eyes out. The orange masked man would proceed to teleport inside of the building and proceed to say to Minato, hand over the child, or not hand over the child, but hand over the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails. I also forgot to mention something. Sorry if I mess up anything with my wording. I'm not in a script right now, so this is not scripted. Anyways, let's get back to the what if. Mostly it would go canon until the sealing of the Nine Tails. When Minato was sealing the Nine Tails within Naruto would reawaken the rinnegan once again. Minato would proceed to see this, wondering, like, Minato knows what the eyes are, but he doesn't know how powerful they are. He just thinks that maybe those eyes will help his son in life, and his son will have a successful future in the shinobi world. After seeing the Nine Tails, Minato would proceed to die, and Kushina would proceed to talk to Hiruzen just like canon. But Hiruzen would have saw a glimpse of the rinnegan before Minato was done with the sealing. So Hiruzen now knows that Naruto has these eyes and will always guard Naruto. We proceed to have a time skip of 12 years to Naruto graduating from the academy. Naruto would easily pass the academy with his rinnegan helping him with chakra, or like chakra control. His rinnegan did not give him like perfect chakra control like Sakura or Tsunade, but it's a little bit above average. Naruto would have passed the academy and would proceed to become a ninja. But Mizuki would proceed to talk to Naruto, proceeding to say, Naruto, you can become a Chunin if you steal the scroll ceiling and learn 2 techniques. Naruto would proceed to get excited, now wanting to learn 2 techniques from the scroll of ceiling and being able to become Chunin at the same time. Naruto would have been elated. We have a short time skip of Naruto proceeding to try to steal the scroll of ceiling. He would have done normal and like the same thing that he did in Kanon, and would proceed to take the scroll of ceiling into the forest. Naruto would proceed to look in the scroll in the remaining time of Iruka coming to him. Naruto would have learned the Shaolin Jutsu, but it would also look at another jutsu, the Rasengan. Naruto would proceed to activate his rinnegan. Naruto never knew what these eyes ever did, but they always helped him to learn stuff. Naruto would easily learn the Shaolin Jutsu and proceed to try to learn the Rasengan. Naruto would make many imperfect versions, and it would not be perfect, but it would still be fine enough to attack with enemies. And Naruto figured that he would try to make this thing perfect, and like the next time, because Naruto is waiting for Mizuki and he knows Mizuki is about to come. Naruto, why did you steal the secret scroll of ceiling? Naruto proceeds to be confused, proceeding to say, isn't this the test to becoming a Chunin? Haruka proceeds to be confused, proceeding to say, whoever told you that? Naruto proceeds to say, Mizuki-sensei, but then we would proceed to see a gigantic shuriken coming at Naruto. Naruto already deactivated his eyes because Naruto feels like he should never show his eyes to anybody, even the closest people. But the shuriken proceeded to fly to Naruto. Naruto wouldn't be able to dodge in time, and just like Kanon, Iruka would have gotten in front of the kunai, getting hit. Why did I say kunai? Demon Wind Shuriken, sorry. Iruka proceeded to tell Naruto to escape with the scroll of ceiling and to never give it to Mizuki, but Naruto would have been frozen in fear, and then Mizuki proceeded to say, well, Iruka, you want to protect the demon brat? How far have you fallen? Then Aruka proceeds to say, "How dare you even say those words? You're the one that is betraying the hidden leaf. You are the scum." Mizuki proceeds to get angry, proceeding to say, "Well then, why not I tell the demon brat why he's hated? Naruto, listen up. You want to know why the villagers always hated you? They gave you those glares. So, do you want to know why they despise you?" Naruto proceeds to glare at Mizuki, listening carefully. And then Mizuki proceeds to say, "You hold the demon fox within you. The one that destroyed the village?" "Yes." We proceed to see Naruto kneeling on his knees crying. And we proceed to see a purple glow from Naruto. And Mizuki proceeds to say, "Did you actually learn a technique from that scroll?" And then Naruto proceeds to look up at Mizuki with his ringed purple eyes. Mizuki would proceed to get surprised, proceeding to say, Is that the rinnegan? It can't be. The demon where I can't have those eyes." Naruto would instinctively proceed to pull Mizuki to him, and Naruto would proceed to get a black rod and proceed to stab Mizuki with this. This rod proceeded to go through Mizuki's gut, Mizuki proceeding to cough out blood. The chakra would have been sucking at Mizuki's chakra, then Mizuki would proceed to pass out. Naruto would have wondered, what did he do? And how did he do that? Was it because of his eyes? Naruto would have think that was proceeding to say, "Ruka-sensei, are you okay?" Ruka proceeded to say, "Yes, Naruto, I'm okay." And it would actually go mostly canon with Mizuki being taken in and everything. And yeah, we would actually proceed to get to Naruto going to the academy so he can get his team. Naruto would actually be thinking of the night prior and wondering, how did he do that? He knows how to activate his eyes, but was never able to reenact that. Naruto would have just been sitting to his desk nearby Sasuke, his number one rival. He was the only person stopping him from becoming Rookie of the Year, but he also known Sasuke as one of his better friends. And Naruto proceeded to have a flashback on how this happened. Naruto always wanted to befriend Sasuke. After even the Uchiha Massacre, Naruto saw how sad Sasuke was and wanted Sasuke to become his friend and wanted Sasuke to not feel alone. He tried to befriend Sasuke for a couple of months, but Sasuke kept on refusing him. Even if Naruto tried anything, Sasuke just kept on refusing. So Naruto proceeded to challenge Sasuke to a fight. Naruto proceeded to say, "If I win this fight, you have to become my friend." Sasuke proceeded to say, "Fine, but if I win this fight, you will no longer bother me." "Sure, I agree to your terms." They went to the old Uchiha training ground, and Sasuke proceeded to say, "Don't ever look away, you loser, because I'm about to teach you a valuable lesson. Never mess with the Uchiha." Naruto proceeded to say, "Well then, Mr. Uchiha, let's start the fight." Naruto proceeded to get into the normal academy pose, and Sasuke proceeded to get into the Uchiha pose. And then Naruto would proceed to go for the first hit. Sasuke would have dodged pretty easily, but Naruto would have done this intentionally. Sasuke would have tried to do another blow, but Naruto would have easily predicted it and would have caught Sasuke's fist, throwing Sasuke to the ground. Naruto would have tried to just restrain Sasuke, thinking the fight is already over, but Sasuke had other plans. Sasuke managed to get loose from Naruto's grip and then punching Naruto in the face. Naruto and Sasuke proceeded to battle each other, going hand to hand, until Naruto decided to use his eyes. Naruto would have started dominating Sasuke and would have punched Sasuke, sending him flying 5 feet away. Sasuke would be nearly knocked out, proceeding to say, What are those eyes?" Naruto proceeded to smile, proceeding to say, "That's something for me to figure out. I don't even know the answer." Then Naruto proceeded to walk away. After that, Naruto and Sasuke would become quick friends, Sasuke showing respect to Naruto, and Naruto showing respect to Sasuke. Also, sorry for any background noise, that's just my brother. Anyways, let's get back to the what if. That would have been the end of the time skip. Sasuke and Naruto would proceed to converse and wondering if they're going to be on the same team. If they are, then they can easily develop strategies. If they aren't, that's fine. All the teams would have called, and it would be original like canon, so Naruto and Sasuke would proceed to wait for their sensei, which would take hours. Naruto was basically at the point where he's going to leave, so Naruto was about to leave, but then Kakashi would proceed to camp, proceeding to say, "Hello, students." Naruto would proceed to control his anger and proceed to say, "Hello, Sensei." Sasuke would proceed to also say, "Hello, Sensei," and Sakura would proceed to say, "Hello, Sensei." And Kakashi would proceed to say, "My first impressions to you, you are all respectful, but a bit boring." And then they proceeded to go to the rooftops. Naruto would proceed to say, "Kakashi Sensei, why are we up here?" And then Kakashi would proceed to say, "Well then, I want you to explain your goals and your ideals. And explain your personality, your hates, likes, everything." Then he would proceed to say, "Well then, for you questioning, you go first, Blondie." Naruto would proceed to say, "My first goal is to master my eyes, and my second goal is to become Hokage." Kakashi would have been interested in this, but would have proceeded to question Naruto later. Also, he would also remember all the times that he was sent to guard Naruto, and it would have been about, "Oh, it's just something with his eyes." A very vague answer by Hiruzen. So Kakashi would proceed to put the put the clues in and proceed to say, "Well then, that must be what he's talking about." Naruto would have the same canon dislikes and likes in canon, and Sasuke would have had the same goal in canon, just one added thing that he liked shooting with Naruto, and Sakura would have the same goals. "Well then, meet me at training ground 7. I want to have a test with you to see if you are truly worthy of becoming shinobi." Sakura proceed to say, "Didn't we already pass the exams?" And then Kakashi would proceed to smile on his mask, proceeding to say, "No, that was just the warm-ups." Kakashi would proceed to substitute with log, and Naruto would have said if Sasuke wants to go out training. Sorry for that background noise. Anyways, let's get back to the what if. Sasuke would proceed to ask Naruto if he wanted to go out training, and proceed to say, "Okay, let's go to the old Uchiha training ground." They would proceed to go to the old Uchiha training ground, training on how to do the fireball jutsu. Naruto would teach Sasuke the clone jutsu, but Sasuke wouldn't be able to master it because of the amount of chakra it costs. It would have took Sasuke a lot longer to learn the jutsu, and it would have took him a full 5 hours. So after the training, Sasuke proceeded to say, "Well then, I'm going inside. See you tomorrow, Naruto." Naruto would proceed to smile, proceeding to say, "You too, Sasuke." Naruto, Sasuke, and proceed to go to training ground 7, including with Sakura following behind Sasuke. Kakashi would proceed to get there 3 hours later, proceeding to say, "Hello students, how are you all doing?" "It's been 3 hours. What took you so long?" "Well, I came across a black cat, so I had to go to another path." "Never mind, I wish I never asked." "Well then, the bell test starts now." The three getting would proceed to jump into the forest, hiding away from Kakashi. Naruto and Sasuke would proceed to try to make a plan, and they would also include Sakura. I did forgot to mention this, but Naruto had some success recreating what he did to Mizuki. Okay then, let's get back to the story. Sasuke and Naruto and Sakura proceed to divide a plan, with Sakura throwing shuriken kunais and supplying as well, and proceeding to have most of the kunai supplies. Sorry for that background noise. Sasuke and Naruto tried to make a plan to defeat Kakashi by making a earth wall around him, and by confusing Kakashi with well-placed shuriken and substitution, and to let out explosion tags around the area. Or not an earth wall, but an earth dome that was used against the retrieval team. Anyways, let's get back to the story. So Kakashi proceeds to say, "Well then, where am I getting?" And then Sasuke and Naruto proceed to jump out, Naruto with rinnegan blazing. Kakashi would have been surprised by this, but would proceed to stay focused and more on guard. And then Sasuke would have came in with a fireball jutsu, and Sakura would let out a couple of shuriken, forcing Kakashi to dodge. And then there would be another fireball coming at him, which he wouldn't be able to dodge, so he would use substitution. But Naruto predicted the log that he would substitute to. Naruto proceeded to cover it with an earth dome that would suck chakra. Naruto proceeded to try to suck Kakashi's chakra, but would activate one of his rinnegan abilities. So Kakashi's chakra proceeded to be even more rapidly sucked. Kakashi would have felt the overwhelming drain, but then Kakashi would proceed to break out of the earth dome with ease, proceeding to kick Naruto. Sakura would proceed to throw another explosion pack, putting it well placed next to Kakashi. Kakashi would have gotten out of the way, but would have felt the shockwave. Then Naruto would have proceeded to try to gravitate Kakashi towards him, and then Sasuke would proceed to throw out a fireball. Kakashi wouldn't be able to dodge this. So Kakashi did the next best thing to do. Kakashi proceeded to do hand signals for a water dragon jutsu, proceeded to send it at the fireball, overpowering it, and proceeded to hit Sasuke with the dragon or the water dragon. Then Kakashi had picked up a couple of rocks, not wanting to hurt his students. Kakashi proceeded to throw one at Sakura, which was hard enough to knock her out, proceeding to knock out Sakura. Sasuke proceeded to get back up from the attack, wondering how he managed to dodge that. But then he would proceed to see Naruto in front of him sucking up with the water dragon jutsu. Naruto decided to copy the same motion that he did with the earthfall, knowing that his jutsu was not supposed to be this effective. Naruto would proceed to tell Sasuke to keep track of Kakashi. Naruto would summon 10 clones, or 5 clones, and would notice something unique. He could see out of these clones, like it's his own body. He would smile, proceeding to say, "This might be more interesting than I thought." The clones would proceed to go into the forest looking for Kakashi and trying to get a bell. But they were also mainly trying to find Sakura, wondering if she was okay. She was supposed to keep on firing. But then we would proceed to see Kakashi proceeding to stomp out one of Naruto's clones with a kick. Well, then that's one down. Then another clone would proceed to get destroyed by Kakashi, another one, and then another clone would proceed to get destroyed. Naruto would have already gotten the memories, and he would also find the secret of the Shadow Clone Jutsu pretty quickly. Isn't exactly need his clone's memories, but now he knows that he can train with this, because he realizes that it wants the experiences of his clones. But then Naruto proceeded to summon 15 clones and proceeding to say, "Go look for Sakura," and another 15 clones proceeding to say, "Go look for Sasuke," so we can regroup. The 15 clones would have found Sakura pretty easily and Sasuke. Sasuke would proceed to talk to the clones and proceeding to say, "Okay then." So that's what you're planning, Naruto. Sasuke and Sakura would proceed to regroup, Sakura being dead, or not dead, but knocked out, and the clones carrying her. Naruto would proceed to heal Sakura, knowing a little bit of the basics of medical jutsu. Like I mentioned before, Naruto doesn't have gigantic chakra control, but does have some decent chakra control. And he also learned a couple of medical jutsus from the library. And yeah, probably doesn't actually even exist, but I'm just gonna add that for plot convenience. Naruto would heal Sakura at the point where she's no longer knocked out and she can move again. Sakura proceeded to say thank you to Sasuke, thinking that Sasuke healed her. Naruto wouldn't really care, just caring that they can pass this bell test. They would proceed to devise another plan, proceeding to say, "Well, this is the plan. Sakura, you keep on the same position of throwing kunais and shurikens, but you have to be a little bit more farther, and we need a little bit more of the supplies." Sakura gave Naruto at least like a bit of the supplies and proceeding to say, "Okay, there's not much supplies left. We nearly wasted all of it at the first time, so we have to be careful. Sasuke, you make him waste his chakra." I can already sense that I took a large portion of his chakra by the Earth Dome. Sasuke proceeded to say, "Shouldn't have not taken that much chakra," but then proceeds to remember what Naruto did and proceeded to say, "So did you enhance it or something?" Naruto proceeded to smile, proceeding to say, "Yes." Sasuke proceeded to sigh, proceeding to say, "Okay then, let's get to the other parts of the plan." But then Kakashi proceeded to jump down, proceeding to say, "Well then, what am I lovely trying to plan?" Sasuke would proceed to throw a shuriken nearby Kakashi, but Kakashi would have easily dodged it. But then Naruto would proceed to repel Kakashi out of the area. He would proceed to say, "Oh well then, that's new. I meant to pull him towards me." Never mind about that. Let's get back to the plan. Naruto, he had to wing this one. He's just gonna come back and fight us again. He knows our location. And then Sakura proceeds to say, "Yeah, we have to wing this." Well then, let's go. Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura proceed to go into the forest, them knowing where Kakashi is. Kakashi was already approaching their area again, proceeding to say, "What in the world was that? I just got launched for a quarter of the forest. Great thing that I substituted in time, because that would have been a nasty death. Getting sent through a ravine." Well then, I don't know if I should just say that they pass already because they accomplished the test, or test their abilities. I'm just gonna end the test. And then Kakashi was about to end the test and proceed to try to find his Genin, and then Kakashi would have saw an explosive tag proceeding to get thrown at him. Kakashi would have proceeded to say, "Well then," and then he proceeded to substitute out of the way, getting away from the explosive tag. But then he had started that the video cut off there was some background noise. Anyways, back to the what if. Naruto would have proceeded to try to kick Kakashi after the explosive tag, predicting where he would go. Kakashi would have dodged the attack, catching Naruto's foot and proceeding to throw Naruto at a tree. Naruto would proceed to try to repel himself, but he realized he couldn't. Sasuke would have caught Naruto from hitting the tree and proceeded to say, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Let's just get back to this. Kakashi would proceed to just go up to his students, proceed to say, you guys pass. Can we stop attacking each other? Naruto and Sasuke would have been surprised by this, proceeding to say, why are you passing us? Kakashi proceeds to say, you already accomplished the goal of the bell test. I just want to go now get a new Makeout Paradise book. You guys destroyed it with that fireball blast. Sakura already would have heard the whole thing and proceed to say, yay, we pass! Sasuke and Naruto proceed to ignore Sakura and just proceed to walk away, and Kakashi proceeds to say, first mission will start tomorrow. Anyways, I'm going to end the what if off here, and sorry if the quality of this what if is a little bit less than the other one. I'm just really tired right now. And also all the background noise, like it's actually like a usual day. And tell me if you don't mind the background noise. Like, I hate doing these videos with the background noise because I always gotta unpause the video, remake that part, and then unpause the video, remake that part again because I work in Audacity. And it gets pretty frustrating most of the time. So yeah, this is going to be the end of this what if. I hope you guys like and subscribe, and bye.